Hello again. So, just continuing where we left off from Mariana, and we're going to probably talk to so I'm just like reading these notes because there's like a new one, but it's yellow now, so I want to move on to Claire. Hello. Hello, Claire.
My name is Claire Castleford, and as I'm paying a small fortune for these sessions, I'd expect you to be up to speed, Doctor.
Why is she getting so close? It's weird. How are you feeling today?
If I knew anything about that, I'd tell you. But I don't.
So you don't know how you're feeling? You're just... Let's see. Tell me about Dr. Dekker.
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him.
Why were you wrong about him? Oops. A small fortune?
Being rich has its perks, but honestly, I would give it all up in a heartbeat if it could free me from this madness.
Madness?
I'm in a bit of a predicament, Doctor. I'll get to that.
Okay, what is your predicament?
I'm going to have to plead ignorance on that one.
Okay, I totally spelled that wrong. But
Being rich has its perks, but honestly, I would give it all up in a heartbeat if it could free me from this madness.
what is wrong with you?
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies. Oh, and a history of violence. Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. History of violence?
To be fair, there was only one violent outburst that hardly qualifies as a history of violence, and
Well,
who provoked me.
Okay. Who provoked you?
It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which. David had been having an affair with his assistant optician, Iris. How predictable. Not just the affair, but an optician named Iris.
Oh, it's kind of funny. Alright, who is David?
Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband.
Who is Iris?
Iris was David's assistant optician. Not anymore. No, not like that. I didn't kill her or anything.
Okay.
It's just that I changed the optician into a florist after David died. Optometry was his dream, not mine.
Okay, so he died, but how did David die? David is dead? Did you kill David?
That sounds like a question I shouldn't answer without a lawyer present.
What happened with David?
It doesn't work, no. He's not very communicative anymore, so a job is out of the question. He used to be an optician. Now he just spends all his time at the lake house, frittering his time away.
Why isn't he communicative?
Sorry, Doctor, I can't answer that. I don't know anything about it.
Lake house?
David's staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself.
What violent outburst?
I stabbed him with a steak knife.
Casual.
Shocking, isn't it?
Why did you stab him? Why did he cheat on you?
I don't have anything to say about that.
Temporary insanity?
Who's to say who is sane or insane? We all see the world differently, don't we?
Delusional?
Illusions. As in seeing things that are not there. I'm not going to be any more specific. It's not true in any case. I'm not delusional.
You're not?
Sorry. I don't know.
Are you seeing anything?
No, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay, let's just slow down. Let's go back to this.
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies. Oh, and a history of violence. Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
Psychotic?
I don't know anything about that, Doctor.
What did Dr. Dekker think you were? Yeah, I figured. Did I ask about Dr. Dekker in general, though? Yeah, I did.
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him.
How did Dr. Dekker die? I just typed in death.
I don't have an answer to that.
It's very vague. Why is David at the lake house? Where is the lake house?
David's staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself.
Main house? Parents?
I'm an only child and my
Thank
parents
you.
are both dead. Naturally, I inherited everything.
Inherited every...
Sorry, Doctor, I can't answer that. I don't know anything about it.
Figured you wouldn't. Only child?
I don't have an answer to that.
How did your parents die?
It was an accident. But I don't feel like talking about it at the moment.
Whatever. Okay, well that got out all the lake house and parents. Did you like Dr. Dekker? Sentry! Does that mean I asked 100 questions? Why doesn't David have a job? florist?
No, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Is it that?
David doesn't work, no. He's not very communicative anymore, so a job is out of the question. He used to be an optician. Now he just spends all his time at the lake house, frittering his time away.
Frittering his time away. Frittering his time away.
He abhors technology.
Aha!
Mainly he hunts things and then creates huge, unwielding fires that I'm sure will be the death of him and the lake house at some point.
Hunts? Fires? Alright. Just...
Sorry. I don't know.
David hunts? Death of him?
I'm going to have to plead ignorance on that one.
When did you marry David? Okay.
Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband.
Husband?
I'm obsessed with my husband. It's absurd, really.
Obsessed?
If I knew anything about that, I'd tell you. But I don't. I'm obsessed with my husband.
I spelled obsessed wrong.
It's absurd, really.
Why are you obsessed with David? Come on. Why is it absurd?
Because he is here. And he shouldn't be.
Okay. Why shouldn't he be?
He's lucky to be alive. He almost died.
Why is he lucky to be alive?
My husband is not a well man. We've been having problems for a while now.
Why isn't he a well man?
His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks. I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
Why? What's wrong with his health?
Since our altercation, he's become less and less active. His mind's become less and less active too. Such a delightful conversationalist at one time, now more of an enigmatic husk.
Enigmatic husk?
David's not ready for company. I hope to take you to see him one day and you'll see for yourself.
Altercation?
I tried to hurt David once. That's why I'm here.
And you stabbed him?
I'm not proud of my behaviour, but I was very angry. It was a private matter though. The police should never have been involved.
What did the police say?
The police seem to think I'm dangerous. I'm only sitting here talking to you because I
are.
have a lot of money. Otherwise, there's no doubt I'd be thrown into prison for a very long time. That's why I need your help, Doctor.
What do you need my help with?
I need you to believe me. That's why I'm paying for these sessions. Everyone else thinks I'm crazy and dangerous. Everyone else thinks I've lost my mind.
Why do they think you've lost your
They think I'm
mind?
seeing things, making things up. I don't want to talk about it.
we're still red. Okay, let's just slow down because I kind of... Why did you and David fight? Yeah.
I tried to hurt David once. That's why I'm here, isn't it? I'm not proud of my behavior, but I was very angry. It was a private matter, though. The police should never have been involved.
Private matter?
I don't know. Sorry.
I'm just repeating like exactly the words that she's saying. Why were you very angry with him?
I never used to get angry. Ever.
Aha.
If you're angry, you're not in control. Isn't that right? And it would be very bad for me to lose control.
Why would it be bad to lose control?
Let's save that for another time, shall we? I'm rich, but I'm not made of money. And I'm fairly sure my time is up.
Nope, you're still red. Let's see.
My husband...
His
health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks. I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
Why can't you cope?
David has trouble looking after himself. Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and he's just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch. And when I return the next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars. He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
Yellow. Well, let's just see. Did we get rid of all the 2 stars? I think we did pretty well. Okay. Fine, we'll leave you alone, Claire. Let's go ask Elin. What? Elin? Ellen? What she's doing? What up, Elin?
I don't know anything about that.
Okay, well. Hello, Elin.
Hello, Doctor. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too.
I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows.
Do you date currently?
I'm not really looking for love at the moment. I'm sort of married to my work, but in a good way.
Okay, well. Sorry for writing your notes. Can you let Elin know that Terry called her? Jaya XX. Jaya wanted me to tell you that Terry called.
Terry's one of the other nurses at the home. I don't think she likes me very much.
Why doesn't she like you?
No, sorry, I don't know.
Sorry, I should have said the full name. Terry doesn't like you? Who is Terry? No, okay. Do you like your job?
Yes, I love my job. I love my patients. Even the really crotchety ones, you know? Oh God, you should hear what comes out of their mouths. They're like my children in a way. That sounds weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. What do you do for your patients?
I work in a nursing home for the elderly. I basically do end-of-life care.
End-of-life care, huh?
The usual things. Making sure the patients are comfortable, making sure they're not in any pain, and I talk to them. I keep them company. Some of them get pretty frightened about what's coming. Well, those of them that aren't out of it on meds. I
Right.
comfort them.
You come for them?
Death is frightening, isn't it? Isn't it what everyone's afraid of? The great unknown.
I guess.
No one should have to face that alone.
The great unknown. No. Known.
I haven't really got anything to say about that. Maybe we should talk about you.
Why?
I feel
Why?
really bad I can't answer your questions. I like animals. Let's talk about that.
What's your favorite animal?
I love animals, especially cats.
Me too.
I think everyone is either a cat person or a dog person. What are you, Doctor?
Well, I, for one, am a cat person.
Yay, me too. I have a cat called Church. He's adorable.
I wish I had a cat. Why did you... Okay, I don't think this matters. Did you like Dr. Dekker?
Sorry, what do you mean? I mean, can you be more specific? The usual things. Making sure the patients are comfortable, making sure they're not in any pain, and I talk to them. I keep them company. Some of them get pretty frightened about what's coming. Well, those of them that aren't out of it on meds. I comfort them.
Out of it.
I'm really bad at this, aren't I? Ask me something else.
Meds?
I don't like it when patients are heavily sedated, especially when there are alternatives, like herbal remedies. I mean, imagine if you only had a few days or weeks left to live. Would you want to spend it asleep?
No, I wouldn't.
I'd really like to be able to answer you, but I don't know what to say.
I speak in full sentences, don't I? No. I would not like to spend my last few days on this earth asleep.
Exactly. I feel like it's
Thank you.
almost criminal. Like
I
you're
know,
robbing
right?
people of their last moments on Earth.
Ugh.
You should be able to savor the experience, not sleep your way to death.
Savor the experience. Savor, I feel like, is a weird word to use in death. You just want to savor the experience.
I'm not saying anyone should be happy about dying. I've seen lots of people die, and it's a special moment. There's literally
Special?
nothing else like it.
It like sounds like she's addicted to death or something. Like, oh man, I get off of that sweet release of death. Just really great. Nothing like death. Yeah, I didn't think it did. Heavily sedated. Yeah.
I'm not saying anyone should be happy about dying. I've seen lots of people die, and it's a
Right, special moment.
Special
that's what I'd
moment.
say.
there's literally nothing else like it.
Why is it a special moment?
No, I don't like it. I feel lucky to share that moment with them, to be there with them when it happens. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess. Okay. Do you like your patients? Did I say that already?
No, sorry.
No, you don't like your patients? Yeah, probably the worst.
I don't like it when patients are heavily sedated. Especially when there are alternatives, like
Oh,
herbal remedies.
alternatives.
I mean, imagine if you only had a few days or weeks left to live. Would you want to spend it asleep?
Herbal remedies?
I'm a qualified herbalist. It's okay, you can laugh. Most people think herbalism is a joke. But I'd much rather help my patients sleep at night with valerian or passion flower than lorazepam, temazepam or zolpidem.
Qualified herbalist?
Traditional medicine makes patients worse sometimes, don't you think? You must see it all the time, doctor. You take one pill, then have to take 5 other pills to deal with the side effects. Herbs are kinder. Obviously, you have to be careful, just like with everything. Giving the wrong combination can be deadly. Fortunately, I know what I'm doing.
Have you ever given the wrong combination?
I don't know. I feel like I'm the weakest link or something.
Well, that had nothing to do with what I asked. Side effects?
No, sorry.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, well that doesn't have any follow-ups anyway. Okay.
Death is frightening, isn't it? Isn't it what everyone's afraid of? The great unknown. No, death doesn't scare me. It's probably because I've been around it so much, but I haven't seen anything that's made me feel like it's something to fear. I don't think death is an end. I think it's a doorway to another place. I'm just not sure where. Where do you think we go when we die, Doctor?
I don't think we go anywhere when we die. Where do you think people go when we die?
I don't know.
Ah, God, you're useless.
No, death doesn't scare me.
I'll
It's
just say,
probably
why
because I've
doesn't
been around it so much, but
Okay, well that just
I haven't
answers
seen anything that's made me feel like it's something to fear. I don't think death is an end. I think it's a doorway to another place. I'm just not sure where.
A doorway to another place?
I don't know anything about
Heaven?
I don't believe in God, so I can't really claim to believe in heaven. Yes, I love my job. I love my patients. Even the really crotchety ones, you know? Oh God, you should hear what comes out of their mouths. They're like my children in a way. That sounds weird, doesn't it?
The crotchety ones?
I'd really like to be able to answer you, but I...
Do you get along with your patience?
I haven't really got any.
So patience wrong. But this was Elin asking where we go when we die. Heaven? Valhalla, maybe? Valhalla?
I don't really know what that is. Something to do with Vikings, isn't it?
Why don't you like Terry? Vikings?
I'm really bad at this, aren't I?
Ah!
I don't really know what that is. Something to do with Vikings, isn't it?
You don't believe in God? Damn it. That's not a follow-up anyway.
Yes, I love my job. I love my patients. Even the really crotchety ones, you know? Oh God, you should hear what comes out of their mouths. They're like my children in a way. That sounds weird, doesn't it? No, sorry, I don't know.
Do you get along with other nurses?
They call me the Angel of Death.
Okay, thank you.
Because so many patients have died on my shift. I don't think they mean it. Obviously, it's not my fault. It just seems to happen that way.
Angel of Death?
They're old. People die when they're old. I mean, medically speaking, it's heart failure, or organ failure, or pneumonia. They're all natural causes, though.
Natural causes?
I'd really like to be able to answer. They call me the Angel of Death because so many patients have died on my shift. I don't think they mean it. Obviously, it's not my fault. It just seems to happen that way.
Why do they die on your shift?
I don't.
They're old.
I don't know.
They're old. Yeah, that'll get an answer out of her.
They call me the Angel of Death because so many patients have died on my shift. I don't think they mean it. Obviously, it's not my fault. It just seems to happen that way.
Not your fault? Why does it seem to happen that way? You don't think they mean it?
I don't know anything about that.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, death doesn't scare me. It's probably because I've been around it so much. I haven't really got anything to say about that. Maybe we should talk about you.
Did we ask her about Dr. Dekker? What did you and Dr. Dekker talk about?
I've known a lot of doctors over the years. Most of them arrogant idiots who think nurses are just there to do their bidding, or worse. Dr. Dekker was different. Had a lot of time for me. He was interested in my problems.
Okay. What are your problems?
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
Okay. Why can it get stressful?
It can be sad sometimes. I don't like losing a patient, but that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or anything.
You just said you get stressed about it. Do you lose your patience a lot?
3 last month. 3 the month before that, I think. But only 1 so far this month, so that's good. Although one of my patients, Hilda, I don't think she's got long.
Tell me about Hilda.
She's one of the crotchety ones. Always
Right,
swearing and spitting at me. Never got anything nice to say. Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep or something. She doesn't bother me though.
Okay. Why does she think you will smother her in her sleep? Oh, the ghost angel of death. Why is it sad? It's not stressful? Okay, well, she says it's stressful, but then it says that it's not stressful, so she's very all over the place.
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
You talked to him about work?
No, sorry.
Of course not. Was Dr. Dekker a few months ago? That's...
It can be sad sometimes. I don't like losing a patient, but that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or anything.
Three last month?
I'm really bad at this,
Crotchety?
No, sorry.
Work? Just being words and hoping they work. Did Dr. Dekker diagnose? Yeah. You? Did you talk to Dr. Dekker a lot?
It can be sad sometimes. I don't like losing a patient, but that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or anything.
Why is it sad sometimes? Losing patient?
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes. No, death doesn't scare me. It's probably because I've been around it so much, but I haven't seen anything that's made me feel like it's something to fear. I don't think death is an end. I think it's a doorway to another place. I'm just not sure where. Where do you think we go when we die, Doctor?
Doorway?
I haven't really got anything to say.
Death isn't an end?
I don't know.
Fear? Do you fear death? Why is hope
It can be sad sometimes. I don't like losing a patient, but that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or anything. It can be sad sometimes.
shit?
No. He was a bit offbeat, but
I thought I asked that.
yeah, I liked him. But then I like most people. I'd really like to be able to answer you, but I don't. No. I'm really bad at. It can be sad sometimes. I don't like losing a patient, but that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or anything. started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes. I haven't really got anything to say about that. Maybe we should talk about you.
Okay. What do you want to know about me?
No, sorry.
See? Clearly you don't. Um... The pentagon?
It's not the job that stresses me. It's the people I work with, the other nurses. They're mean to me.
What? Yellow? Well, I got rid of most of... I think I got rid of all of the 2 stars, so I can tell that's really important. Well, alrighty then. That was really long. I don't know why Elin had like such difficulty getting that last question. Should have just tried the hint earlier.